you can go look into this more, but it really has stuff to do with like robotics, moving towards more like lifelike stuff. But there's still just something off.
Go look at that
We know
that robot named Sophia. That is
Yeah.
uncanny valley. She'll make you be like, oh god.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that it's we're seeing a lot of that more in film now because you have stuff like Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One and Princess Leia in Rogue One, and then like Paul Walker at the end of the Fast and Furious films that he was in, where they almost look like real people, but we know that they're not, and your human brain is gonna always pick up on that stuff. And the moment that we can't pick up on that stuff is the moment where we are completely in the Matrix. And you can quote me on that.
Oh, Jesus.
You can take...
You brought this Uncanny Valley thing just to say Matrix, huh? Just to bring it around to that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. But that is the truth. That is why we, like, people... And that's, like, one of the big gripes of the movie that I've seen online is they were just like, I think there was a way to do it with the kids having aged a little.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. But I do know.
Said, oh, well, you know.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the special cuts that we're getting of this movie?
Mm-mm. Tell me more.
So the director's going to do a supercut.
What? Of like all the it?
Of both chapters together. And the supercut...
My mouth just opened really wild.
The supercut is going to have extra scenes that did not make it into the movies. And he's also talking about doing some like pickup shots. Like pickup scenes for the supercut. But also apparently he's going to have 1 or 2 director's cuts for chapter 2 that we haven't seen, like that he's working on.
I think I'll just stick with the supercut because that sounds like Blade Runner having 17 different cuts and nobody knows which one to watch. Well, but that supercut has to be beautiful.
Yeah, that supercut's gonna be dope. Because then they can cut out all the extra, all the weird, unnecessary flashbacks. You know, like
because it's just been in the movie.
Yeah, you've just seen it all. Movie. So yeah, let's just move through. So I think that in that sense, once we see that, I think that chapter 2 will be a lot better.
Yeah.
Than just a standalone.
So. I think so. And I think that's why so many people love the 90s version, because you sit down and you're like, I know that I'm about to sit down for 4 hours and watch this all. And it time-wise, it's kind of like binging TV, you know, at least that version of it, because it is kind of episodic, and it was 4 1-hour episodes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That makes me excited, because I'm totally gonna get that supercut.
Oh yeah, and we're missing so much, you know, because like the original cut of chapter 2 is like 4 hours long, something like that.
What?
So he had to cut out a lot for the theatrical release.
Yeah. So
we're gonna see some things. I think that supercut is about to be a fucking masterpiece.
I think it's gonna. What'll it? Do you think they'll actually keep 4 hours, or? I mean, I'd be cool with 4 hours. I straight up would be, because I mean, like that'd be something like I know what I'm doing with my Saturday. You know.
Well, I mean, it kind of already has to be, because, you know, if part 1 was over 2 hours long, part 2 is long as fuck. But I don't know how much they'll shave out of each of those movies. I don't think you have to take I don't think you have to take anything out of chapter 1. I think chapter 1 is near perfect.
Yeah, it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
There's a lot you can cut out of chapter 2, but you know, if he has all these extra scenes, throw those bitches in there. I'll sit down for 5 hours.
Oh yeah, I'd sit down for 6. I mean, I'd probably take a little intermission.
Yeah, but that sounds cool.
It does. It sounds cool as shoot. Um, but yeah, speaking of binging TV, I wanted to tell you something very, very fast
Let's
because I
hear
know it's going to annoy you. Um, I started The Walking Dead again
you. God almighty.
every fall, and then
It's
now
so
I'm in
bad.
season 9.
It's garbage.
I will say this though, season 9 is actually pretty cool because, well, I'll just talk about it another time because I don't want to annoy. I can see in your face right now that you're upset, and I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. I don't want to do that to you.
It's just a
I don't
bad
want to do that.
series. It's just a bad series.
No, it's no. We're doing Master Debaters Part 2, aren't we?
Okay, yeah, I'll win that one easy.
You probably will win that one easy. The Walking Dead. Oh, it's so good.
You know what? You want to know what I'm really afraid of?
Clowns.
No, clowns aren't that bad. I'm really afraid that because Bill Skarsgård is universally admired and adored as Pennywise,
Yeah.
and I'm scared. This is it's keeping me up at night. I'm afraid that they're gonna try and do some dumbass fucking Pennywise spinoff.
They are.
Just so that Skarsgård can be on screen more, and it is I will riot in the streets.
They're gonna do it though. I actually read that this morning. That was gonna be one of my final things that I chatted about. But I saw that Bill Skarsgård is super open to a third chapter, but only if the story works. And I think by that it would be like a prequel.
Oh,
chapter 3, a prequel to. I mean I think
it chapter 3 before chapter 1.
Yeah. Let me throw you a pitch though, because I this is the only way that I would even remotely be cool with it. So we saw a lot of like Pennywise fighting Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, imagine it set in like the late 1700s, maybe even the late 1600s, and he is like scaring the crap. It'd be like The Witch on acid with more CGI and Bill Skarsgård. And you know what? I'd kind of be cool with that. That's the only scenario in which I'd be cool with it.
Why would we need it?
We don't need it. But we know Hollywood, and they're just serving up lots of beefcakes that we don't need.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want that beefcake.
I know, but
I've had my dinner.
I'm full, baby. Yeah,
you gotta leave things to the imagination.
Yeah, because if they go back, I mean, I would also be very upset if it wasn't Andy Muschietti. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I don't know that.
Well, if he is on board and he writes the script, and Stephen King is cool with it, which by the way, that Stephen King cameo was pretty fun. Did you know that was Stephen King?
I remember being like, he was the guy in the antique shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I think maybe.
Yeah. That was a full day of shooting. Just that one scene.
Yeah, so that we could fucking get a bike. What the hell?
What the hell?
A bike that he rides for 30 seconds in the movie?
Nah, that's not true. He kept riding that bike, and I was like, this is so dorky. You're a grown man with a car.
Did he? I feel like after he talked to the kid at the sewer, he didn't ride it anymore.
No, because it's Humboldt. I just remembered, by the way, the house. Humboldt House. He rode it on the way to Humboldt House, and that's where they all met. And he was like, right. That scene was hysterical, too, with Richie, Bill Hader. He was like, Richie said it best last time, and he's like, my dick is bigger than yours? Or something like that. Or like, we're going to fuck your mom? Mm-mm. Oh, we're going to kill this fucking clown.
Yeah, he's like, kill this fucking clown?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then that Pomeranian scene, dude. I lost my mind. That was one of the only times I actually jumped, too, because I was like, they're just going to close the door. I was like, this is going to be really funny. And they're just going to close the door. And then they didn't do that. It turned into a big old dog monster.
Give me that flesh creature.
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah, that's I don't know. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it stands to the first one, but I do think that maybe that supercut will stand together well.
Give it give it a number, 1 out of 10. What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it a solid, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I think 5 and under is bad. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I had a great time, but I'm not gonna say that it. Like I would give Chapter 1 like a solid 8. But that's good in my opinion because I don't ever give like 9s and 10s unless it's Kubrick.
Oh God. Yeah. This one gets a nice 7. I'll give it a nice 7. Chapter 1 gets an 8.5. That shit is whoo. You've never given a movie a 10?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
I don't think I've ever given it. Now, and I talked about it last week. Joker just won at Venice Film Festival the gold. You know, it won last year the Golden Lion.
What?
Shape of Water. That won Best Picture. So
Joker's
I'm just saying.
Not gonna win Best Picture.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I want to be hopeful. Like, as a comic book fan, I would love it to just be nominated.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Just to be nominated. I'd be overjoyed at that. I don't think it'll win. You're probably right. But I mean, this is way too early for Oscar talk. But what else has come out? You know, I haven't seen anything that's like catching that buzz yet. The Lighthouse, though.
I've seen a couple previews that will be nominees.
Yeah. What did you think about that new Lighthouse trailer with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe?
I don't think I saw it.
Ooh, you got to go right now. As soon as we're done recording, you got to go watch that trailer because it looks like it's going to be delicious.
I'll check it out. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we haven't really seen any big Oscar contenders yet.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe It Chapter 2 for VFX? Probably not. They were pretty good, though.
Bill Hader will probably get something.
You think so?
Yeah.
At least a Golden Globe nom.
Yeah.
But he was.
I'm saying he'll probably pull a nomination.
You really think he'll pull a nomination for Best Supporting?
At least a nomination.
Yeah,
people are raving about him.
I'm so happy for him. I had a dream about him the other night.
You had a wet dream about Bill Hader?
No, I didn't say that. That was Woody Harrelson. No, I had a dream that I met Bill Hader and I was like, "Hey, I loved your performance in It Chapter 2," and he said, "Thanks, man," and then we walked away. And so I think that was like, I genuinely think that when we dream, the dream sphere. I don't actually believe this, but maybe he was asleep too, and he was having a dream. And in his dream, a fan came up to him and was like, "Hey, I liked your movie," and that was me. But I don't know.
But it couldn't be you.
It was me though.
But it couldn't be you. He's never seen you before, and you can only dream about people that you've seen.
You don't know that he hasn't seen me. He could be listening to this podcast right now. We don't know.
It's an audio podcast. Also, it's not live.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He definitely doesn't follow us on Instagram. Oh, dang it. Well,
but
whatever.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it on my thoughts, on my feelings. I don't know what else to say. Loved it. 6.5. Did I say that? 6.5.
Yeah. It's just, I loved it. 6.5. That seems crazy to me.
What? Do you think that's a low number?
If I gave something a 6.5, that's low for me.
I don't know. I just don't rate things super high.
Yeah.
Typically. I got to save them for the good stuff.
I've only given 1 10 in my life.
What is it, Scott Pilgrim?
No, Kingsman's the Secret Service.
That movie is not a 10.
That is the closest thing to a 10 that I've ever seen.
Interesting. Well, we're doing another Master Debaters episode soon. I'm feeling it. There's some tension between you and I, and we got to get it out.
I think you just have tension.
No, I'm backed up, baby. I am. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm tense. I need a full body massage.
Yeah,
that's
what.
That's